stream. Let's do this. Alright, so I am at the point in the storyline here in, what's the zone? The Jade Forest. I'm in the point where I already killed off the Jade Witch, which I had never done before in any of my characters. So yeah, I really like this whole revamped leveling process where you can, where you don't have to like rush through a zone and then like leave it undone for the rest of eternity. So I like that you can just choose one zone and continue leveling until you're done with that zone. It's really good. Because like yesterday, for example, I almost finished off the Westfall story, where you discover that Hope is actually Vanessa Van Cleef, who was a daughter of what's his face Van Cleef, who nobody ever knew he had a daughter. So it's like, what? I was actually super shocked yesterday because I had never done the Westfall storyline. I don't think I've ever really done much of the Eastern Kingdom storylines, except for like Alterac Valley on the private server and like Stranglethorn Forest. That's pretty much it. Like I didn't really do any of the other storylines, so to discover the Westfall story as an alliance for the first time was like, interesting. Fuck yeah! It was like, yes, I'm discovering lore again instead of just going through zone after zone that I've already done before. So it's really cool. Anyway, so yeah, like just this zone, for example, is just like I'm discovering stuff that I had never done before. I'm a noob. I started playing just before Legion hit. So like I know a little bit of the storylines, but not enough to really say like I'm a lore master or anything like that. But I do very much enjoy lore. It's just I haven't really had the opportunities to really discover all of it. Oh, great. Oh dear, I'm almost dead. Huh? Oh hey, this guy just spawned. Volume's pretty high in my ears. There we go. Yay, stuff. Need 3 more bottles. I love when this goes instant. I feel powerful. It's kind of like when you're on your shaman and you just like get what's it called? You get lava burst, instant proc, instant proc, instant proc. That's the best. That is the best. I think I remember one time I hit like 7 to 10 lava bursts in a row during a raid. That was fucking awesome. Really makes you feel powerful. You know how these a bunch of YouTubers like, well, especially after PewDiePie's eye tracking thing, a whole bunch of YouTubers, YouTube gamers, started posting videos of themselves with like where they look during raids and whatever, like especially the SCO method one. That's the one I was thinking of anyways. But yeah, you know how people keep posting those things, and I'm just like, yeah, if I were to do that, like, you would see me check my ability cooldowns and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I do. Like, even on my shaman, which I know how to play it, but it's just habit of like, okay, so just checking, just checking, just checking. It's weird. Oh dear, there's a rare here. Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Yeah. Oh, whoops. I was not looking at my cooldowns there. Should have checked my my dots. More dots. More dots. I should have used what's it called? Celestial alignment. Oh my god, a worthy opponent. Gurkin trousers. Shit, it's for male. Yeah, well, cool. Can I get a hell yeah? That's cute. I think I need one more dude, right? What do I need? Wayward ancestors recover. Oh. What am I supposed to do? Oh. Okay, cool. That's amazing. Kind of looks like that Mist Weaver ability. The graphics. Need 3 more. Oh, what? That's right. It keeps you in combat for a little while there. I think I did all of them. Throw spirit bottles on the ground in tight view thicket. I really like that mount. But I've kind of resolved myself to like not getting all the mounts in the game. Cause lots of achievements and stuff like that. I like how when I'm busy with picking up stuff, my wings just don't fucking work. Like, ugh, paralyzed. Oh, now my wings are moving. Oh, not anymore. I think it's when you're on the ground, it paralyzes you. Yeah, because, well, I'm on the ground here, but hang on. Here. Yeah, it's when you're on the ground it does that. Interesting. Okay, now what? Spirit beasts. Throw a spirit bottle to smash it open and free the spirit inside. Huh? Oh. Okay. I'm just throwing shit. Oh. That's not a happy beast! He's like, fuck you, I wanted to stay inside my bottle! That is not a happy beast. Oh, it's a bear. It's a cat. That's not a happy beast. Yay. They make a pretty nice stir fry. Ah, 84. Oh. Protect. Where? Oh, I gotta go. Follow him. Follow Pagey. There. Tan Chao. Meow. What the fuck? Oh, it's him? Is it him? No idea what the fuck's going on. Oh, that's his ritual, isn't it? They're demons? That's a demon portal, no? Uh-oh. Oh, he stays behind? No, he goes with him. Shit. Hmm? You will not defeat the thunder. The Tanchao. This age must be one of great strife to breed heroes such as you. I can only imagine what adventures must lie ahead. It has been my great honor to have met you, Beothul. I will remain here to usher out the last of the spirits before crossing the Tanchao myself. Still, I am disturbed by the Spirit Waker's dying curse. You will not stop the thunder. What could he have meant? Oh. Terrace of 10 Thunders. The Thunder King compels you. Ah, Vizier. I really like Pandaria. I think it's brilliantly made. It's brilliantly told. I think it's amazing. That's amazing! I mean, this. Fuck, that makes me miss Korea so much. I miss the cherry blossoms so much. Especially like every spring since I came back, it's just like, oh. I want that again. I mean, sure, I could always try to get cherry blossom here, but they're not as pretty as over there. Like there's tons on the sides of the roads. Where I used to live in Ulsan actually. God, I'm so like I say it the American way sometimes. Anyways, but it's Ulsan. Where I used to live in Ulsan, which was right next to the Hyundai Heavy Industries. So basically, where all the shipyards and like the shipyard is on one end of the peninsula, and then you have um, on the it's basically like a bay, and here is Ilsan Beach. So Ilsan Beach and Ulsan. Ilsan Beach is like here in the U. So you've got like Hyundai Heavy Industries here, and I used to live there. I don't know if you could see. So I used to live there at the other end of the arm of Bangajin is what it's called. So here and then on sorry, no. So Hyundai Heavy Industries is like over here with like Ilsan Beach here ish. And then so I was like in the middle, and then on the other end of the arm was the Hyundai car manufacturing company. So basically, Hyundai's huge in Ulsan. Like basically, that's where Hyundai began. Um, but yeah, so like Hyundai takes care of ships. That's what made them big back in the 50s, if I remember correctly, because they tried to figure out a way of coming back from the ridiculous poverty that the war had put them into, and shipbuilding was like the main thing that got them out of it, and then they started doing cars. Anyways, I can tell you a little bit about Hyundai. I actually drive a Hyundai as well. I drive an accent. Um, but yeah, I kind of decided to go for Hyundai as for my car, because it was cheap. The accent is like the cheapest car you could have found on the market at that point for me. I didn't really want to go with Chevrolet or something like that. I wanted to go for something I knew, and I knew about Hyundai, and I knew about a lot of other makes as well, like Nissan and whatever. And out of the ones that I kind of trusted, um, Hyundai was like the cheapest model. The Hyundai Accent was the cheapest model I could find, so I went with that. And I mean, coincidentally, I lived in Korea. I lived in Ulsan, where Hyundai is based. And yes, I did visit the Hyundai manufacturing company, the car manufacturing side of it. I did not go like, I mean, you could see I lived right next to the shipyard, so I could see like what's going on kind of, but I never really got to like visit and tour and whatever. I did visit a little bit of the car manufacturer, um, as part of like one of my summer camps with my students.
What do you
It was
need?
cool.
White
I mean,
tiger, white
everything was in
overlord.
Korean, so I didn't really understand much, but it's like,
Welcome.
hey, we got to visit
Next one is
something, and
on me.
like they told us a little bit of what happens, what's going on in English as well, but like most of the tour wasn't in Korean, which is funny because it's an English camp, fuck. Whatever. Things in Korea are just weird altogether. I mean, uh, what? Since when can I harvest? The One of the reasons why I left Korea was because of the ridiculousness of a lot of aspects of life over there. Um, but I mean, mainly, I hadn't really been able to sleep that well the last year I was there, the second year. Um, there was a lot of stress involved with like my future in my industry, with my my actual career path. I'm not a teacher, so for me, it was stressful to kind of like think about what am I doing to my future? What am I doing to my career? Blah blah blah. It was kind of stressful for that, and I think that's part of the reason why I came back. Also, because of I don't know how it is in all of Korea, but I know in Ulsan
Too
there's a
far
little
away.
bit of rampant racism, where people like the older people especially are pretty vocal about how they don't want foreigners. Life would be better without foreigners and stuff like that. So it's just like, okay, goodbye. Part of it is just the educational system that's absolute bullshit in Korea. um, you kind of I'm not a native speaker. I'm not a native English speaker. So for me, it's like, and I actually just checked on my Google Drive. I saw like my application for the Epic program, which is how I got there. So I saw like in my Epic application, I kind of boasted about how I'm not a native speaker, and yet this is how far you can get. This is how effort reaps rewards and blah blah blah. I mean, I wasn't that boasting, but it's just like I say, I had a lot of help, and I had a lot of willpower to get to where I am today, where I can hold completely native people. People kind of wonder not wonder how, but a lot of people just comment on the fact that like, oh, I thought you were a native English speaker, or oh, I didn't know you spoke French, or stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm actually a native French speaker. So you know, I kind of emphasize that in my application, just saying like, yes, you know, I may be French, but I have a lot to offer for English learners, in that I actually know how hard it is, and I know like the tips and tricks that got me where I am today, and I know like the word associations that you can make. I know like the I know the struggle is basically how I emphasized it, in just that it's hard, I know, and I'm never going to judge somebody on their English, on their accent, on anything. I'm always going to be completely gentle with a learner, because I know that they're trying their best. If they're gonna put their effort in, then I'm never going to you know, begrudge them their their failures. Anyways, and that's basically how I got there. It's just like actually the lady who welcomed us in Korea, in Ulsan, she said like, oh, you know, I really loved your application because it was so different from everybody else's. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not an English speaker. I mean, I'm not an English like native speaker. I didn't learn English until high school. Fuck. I mean, I was hearing English when I was growing up, but I didn't give a shit. And I only started like giving a shit and learning and making the effort to actually understand and be understood in high school. That's why. And it was basically because I was erroneously put in an advanced English class, and the summer before high school, so the summer before grade 7, I was like freaking out, and I just started listening to music and watching movies and reading books and whatever, like just doing anything to fucking like cram stuff in my head so I wouldn't be fucking made fun of in school when I started high school. So yeah, I understand the fucking the struggle. I know how hard it is.
Goodbye.
Oh dear. Is that low? Oh, that's the
Tell
couple.
me of your travels.
Immer. Oh, stranger, please tell me you can help us. They really hurt my low. Oh, star-crossed lovers. My love low tried to get permission to marry me from the Pandriarchs. Though they have passed beyond, their favor would carry a lot of weight. Thing is, they are spirits, and none of the gifts or tributes we brought impressed them. To win their favor, they claimed that either Lo or a champion must defeat them in single combat. Lo is a good man, but not a fighter. Would you be our champion? Patriarch. I fucking love it. Golden Draft. Isn't that... Yeah, that's her ancestor. Patriarch Winfer and Patriarch Bramblestaff.
May your
Bramble.
days bring you joy.
Alright. Never done this. YOLO! Just kidding.
Slow down.
How much is my lineage? Oh, that's her ancestor. Is reduced to a faded memory around me. Once the greatest of all brewmasters, we now stand backstage to the Storm Stouts. Bah!
Enough of that.
I chicken you. Angry spirits. Oh dear.
I require a target.
Okay, that was easy. hear you're responsible for saving one of my youngest descendants from the clutches of the Jade Witch. Thank you for your heroism. Windfur.
Jade Serpent.
Ew. Oh, hello, you kick. Hot damn. Enough. You win, champion. Tell that upstart that he has my blessing. Oh, yeah? Gabriel has earned the achievement.
Tell me of your travels.
Strength! That is the lifeblood of the Bramblestaff family. Are they brewmasters? My lineage lives today as a testament of physical greatness, willing to take on any challenger.
There is no hope.
No, that must be Miss Weaver. I mean, Windwalker. What the fuck? It's like he stuns the fuck out of me or something. That was a fine battle, the likes of which I have not enjoyed in many decades. Go and give the boy my blessing. If he can't fight for her himself, why? I don't like this.
Welcome.
They agreed? Fantastic. Thank you so much. With her blessing, we can be the happiest Pandaren in all the land. Please take this. We meant it to be a tribute for the Pandriarchs, but they didn't seem interested. It's worth the same.
Next one is on me.
Oh, the High Elder. I humbly ask, oh. Blah, 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 blah. What? This is preposterous. Son, what are you doing? She's a golden draft. It is not her name I am interested in. It is her. She is the kindest, nicest, prettiest person I've ever met. They agreed? Well, I... Think you can get the Hosen and Jinyu to get along? I don't think so. Uh, is that inside? That's probably on the other side, right? The big thingy mark. It's probably up there, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, I was right. Tian.
Greetings.
Greetings. How strange to have such a foreign-looking druid visiting our temple. Are you here to study? You look very strong. You wouldn't have any trouble getting accepted into the monastery. You should talk to the High Elder up on the balcony above.
Travel safe.
Travel safe. Yeah, I'll just fly up.
What wisdom
Welcome to Tian Monastery. I see young Lin has helped you understand the role we fill here in our hilltop village. We are unaccustomed to outsiders. You would do us a great honor to train alongside our younglings. We do not have anything to offer you, Druid, except knowledge and perhaps an appreciation of what it means to be a Pandaren.
Family, friends, food. These are what matter most.
Welcome.
I heard. The High Elder wants you to train with us. There's going to be a banquet for us, the trainees, and you should probably bring a gift as a sign of courtesy. The oranges in the grove south of the temple are extra sweet right now. Bring some back for the banquet. That's actually something, though. They were very, very, very obsessed with oranges and mandarins and clementines when I was in Korea. They fucking loved it. When it's the season, they're just like, raw, buying like in fucking bulk. It's crazy.
I hope to see you again soon.
In Korea, by the way. Yeah. Just saying. Oh, just one? Nah, a couple. How many do I need? Ape. Ape. 8 is what I meant to say. No. Fuck. Stay on your side and I'll stay in mine. There you go. Mar? What? Yeah, shit. Do I need to kill them? Oh, you shit. Aha! Yeah, you can get ripe oranges this way. And you get XP! Haha. And then... Fini!
Oh, hello.
These will do perfectly. What a thoughtful gift, Beothul. Me? I'm bringing beer, of course. The banquet should be starting any time now. Go find the High Elder and pay your respects. I'll be right behind you.
Farewell.
Wait, what?
Welcome.
What am I supposed to do there?
May your day
Oh, I'm supposed to talk to you? I am.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Oh, he's not there anymore. Flight Master. Alright, banquet.
What wisdom do you seek? Slow down. Life is to be savored.
100 ravaging Hosen in a single melee. You were 8 years old. And a half, sir. Oh, and she's blushing. Next, we have Master Stonefist. He once defeated 999 challengers in a row. The 1000th challenger cheated. What? Cheated? I never cheat. Bow. Finally, Instructor Irzan. His mastery, Shan, basics of combat with, has given him a nearly perfect fighting form. Sean, how many practice strikes do your students perform daily? 10,000 strikes every day. And how many do you perform? 10,001. Luckily, High Elders no longer have to perform basic training. I find I am happier when I am not exercising. You and me both, sir. You and me both. Ah, upon this table you see Spirit Sage Gaoquan, the oldest member of our monastery. He has seen many High Elders come and go. He also tends to take these celebrations very seriously. That's him, just walking on the table. You may have noticed there was an ingenue amongst us. All are welcome here at the monastery as long as they have the desire to learn. Finally, this is groundskeeper Wu. Woo! Yes? Hello? Beothul's. Nothing complex, just some tasks relating to the maintenance of our monastery. We are all responsible for maintaining our home. See, I'm helping by picking up this full mug of ale that someone left on the ground. Are you a brewmaster, mister? You must be. You're always drunk. Now you are caught up, and would you look at that? My cup is full again. It is good to be the High Elder.
You are most welcome.
That concludes our introductions. You should be ready to begin your training. That is, you should be ready to begin your training after we have one more mug of ale. Perhaps two. Shall we, Beothul? I guess we shall.
Family, friends.
Another mug of ale for
These
Beothul.
are what
I'm
matter most.
fucking drunk. Woo! And oh, I'm a sleepy bird.
Hello.
Your training starts now. Great. Xiao does not look up from his bowl. Hey, new lady. I'm glad you survived the banquet. Trial 1 complete. Nom 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 nom. You'd better speak up with instructor Zahn. He'll be expecting you for your daily exercises. Nom 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 nom. We don't have many rules here, but we do have one particular rule that is worth remembering. If you want to eat, you have to work. Groundskeeper Wu can give you your chores for the day. He's in the market to the west.
Jade serpents guide you.
Eating is a form of training too, you know? Yeah, you're stretching your belly.
May the mist.
I know all too well.
Hmm?
Alright, Highmountain Tauren, I'd like to see what you're really made of. You'll find my pupils all over the monastery. Challenge them to fights, push them to their limits. They have been instructed to do the same to you. Win or lose, you both will come out of the fight stronger.
Goodbye.
Yes, because it'll give me XP. Don't make me stand up. I'll do it, I swear. I'm about to stand up. Here I go. Oh, there.
Speak up.
Beothul, is it? The High Elder's favorite daughter? Yes, I remember you from the banquet. Don't expect any special treatment from me, young lady. You'll be working just as hard as the greenest Pandaren trainee here. Perhaps harder. First things first, though. A proper trainee needs a proper weapon, and a scrupulous trainee builds his own, or at least gathers the materials. The switches which grow nearby should suffice for any respectable weapon. You'll also need to shop for black walnut extract to treat the wood. While you're there, get some ale for... well, you know what ale is for.
White Tiger watch over you.
Tell me of your travels.
And I'm supposed to get black walnut extract. That's right. Huh.
Farewell.
Tell me of your travels.
Why is there a Northrend honeymead here? The fuck? Triple bittered ale. Alright. This I don't need. This I don't need. Mail. Did I just sell what I needed? Dirt. Oh, okay. I need 3. Got it. Mail. Okie doke.
Next one is on me.
Rattan switch. Ah, plant.
Slow down.
Groundskeeper Wu gratefully scoops up the gathered materials. I will have a weapon prepared for you by the end of your training. Now, on to the real work. Great.
Enough of that. Until
Okay.
next time.
What do I do? Boiling cauldron returned. What? Obtain a boiling cauldron from Mother Wu in the Waxwood Forest. Okay. Mother Wu.
What do you need?
First, you drink too much beer, and then you show up to class late? Looks like you've already conformed to Pandaren culture. Let's begin. Perfection can be achieved through repetition. Every single student in the training arena below will eventually perfect his or her form, assuming they don't give up first. This is a fact. I encourage you to join them, Beothul. As an honorary guest of the monastery, you're not required to perform the requisite 10,000 daily strikes. Simply follow the leader's example for a few minutes.
White Tiger watch over you.
Oops. Rawr. Yay.
Slow down.
This isn't your first time fighting, is it? Your form isn't perfect, but it is certainly practiced. Your next test also involves concentration and attention. I want you to practice your abilities on the training bags in the pit below. The bags are hung in groups of 2. When I call it left, attack the bag on the left. When I call it right, attack the bag on the right. If you fail to follow my simple directions, this task will become much harder. Now, beat on those practice bags until they burst, Beothul.
Goodbye.
Wait, 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 wait. Meh. Meh. Oh. Am I supposed to... Wait a second. Wait. Am I supposed to be, like, with the same abilities as before? Okay, so I was supposed to use my actual abilities. I was kind of afraid that I was going to be like, oh shit, I'm supposed to have the kick and whatever
What do you need?
things that the other quest had. Yeah.
Until next time.
Greetings.
Hello.
I hope to see you again soon. Oh, hello. Travel safe.
Hello. Jade Circle. Greetings, wanderer. May the mist protect
Greetings. Farewell.
Hello. There is no
Two more.
Hello, Jade Circle. Welcome. Next one is on.
Woo. Alright, I've seen enough. No more beating up on the younger pupils. We will proceed to the next phase. Gigi the Dexterous. Hussun. Fights with blinding speed and a less than blinding intellect. Nice. Not surprisingly, you can find him by the water.
Enough of that. Until next time.
Oh, somebody else is beating on him, so... Yep. The fuck? Stop hitting Zizi! Oh. It just came to me, but God. Okay, so in French, Zizi means penis. It's like the. Oh, my pee pee. It's basically the French pee pee.
Welcome.
Oh dear. It just came to me because I had completely forgotten. I knew I would lose, but the rivers told me so.
Speak up.
It appears that I must move you up the ranks yet again, Druid. I must warn you, Druid, if you continue defeating my best trainees, I will no longer be able to train you, and then you will have no excuse to enjoy the presence of my company. Think wisely before you quickly dispatch any more of my students. It's difficult to tell if Master Stonefist is joking. You may have already met my best student, Zhao, at the banquet tables. I personally would have graduated him several times over, but Instructor Zhan insists that he needs more discipline. If you ask me, discipline means very little if you win every fight you enter. I'm curious to see if Zhao can keep his streak alive against you.
White Tiger, watch over you.
White Tiger, watch over me.
Greetings, wanderer.
Put down your fork and pick up your fists. I challenge you.
There is no
Throw rice! Stop throwing your food at me, fuck! Thank you for helping, I guess.
Slow down.
I must admit, I was never surprised, Highmountain Tauren. You are a born fighter and an excellent druid. Ooh. Critical strike haste. I think mastery is best for my for boom. I have taught you everything that I can, Beothul. It is time you spoke with Instructor Myang. The fights that she stages are less traditional than the sparring matches I am used to. Nevertheless, the path of a traveling adventurer like yourself is unpredictable, and a broad knowledge of fighting styles is an admirable trait. Farewell, Beothul, and best of luck on the remainder of your training.
Enough of that.
Boiling Cauldron.
Come, speak with me.
Greetings, Beothul. You are becoming quite famous among the trainees here. I have already heard your name whispered several times, usually between the puffy and discolored lips one of your sparring partners. I'm looking forward to working with you. Master Stonefist has trained you in the arts of one-on-one combat. Now you learn the art of one-on-many. How does 50 sound? Lower yourself into the ring of inner focus below. Then, when you're ready, set off this firework. My assistants will come at you, several at a time. All you need to do is survive.
Goodbye.
What fireworks? Oh, that. Okay. Pew! Oh dear. I've got cutesies on my head. Oh dear. That's fun.
What is your hurry? May your deeds live on in story.
What do you need?
Might I ask a favor of you, trainee Beothul? Before I came to the monastery, I was a stranger to battle. During my time as a trainee, I performed adequately, but I was never placed in any real danger. Now, as a graduate and a wage-earning guard, I am expected to protect this perimeter at all costs. I can handle greenwood sprites, but the tigers in the western waxwood are something different altogether. Would you mind taking care of them for me?
Goodbye.
I am out of range.
Bing! Woo. I thought he said he could handle the tricksters. Wait, what? That was me. What?
I must get closer.
I guess that's how trickster they are. They fucking morph into you. Whoa! He's huge! That's what you said. What's your trickery? Oh, great, great. This is fun, I like these. You're big! That's their favorite trickery, just becoming big. Well, you know, they are wood. Oh, it's me! Oh dear. With my abilities, oh shit. Huh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on, Cauldron. Let's do it. Let's get there in one piece.
Hmm?
1,000 times, thank you.
Enough of that.
Oh dear. Oof.
Speak up.
Okay. I don't really see any change. $22, $32. Okay, the haste and the critical strike. Got it. Well, I've done all that I can with you. Sounds like the others have to. High Elder Cloudfall will be waiting at the banquet grounds, ready to celebrate your departure. Not that we're happy you're leaving. He just enjoys celebrations.
White Tiger watch over you.
Yes, Asians do. Asians, well, Koreans specifically, in my experience, they really love partying.
You have the eyes.
Congratulations, Beothul. While your traineeship was strictly honorary, your results were undeniably impressive. The young ones look up to you. Groundskeeper Wu had this prepared for you. Please, use it as you see fit.
May you find mastery in your
3 cheers and 3 beers. Oh dear. Party time. Party bird. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Serpent's Heart. I'm gonna take the Flight
Tell me of your
Master
troubles.
because I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
May the mist.
Are we there? We're there. That looks like a... This looks like a portal. Maybe it's just a shrine. I hope it is. Oranges!
Welcome.
Am I seeing this right? A whole shipment of pure, high-quality, uncut jade? Thank goodness. I knew Foreman Man would come through for us. Oh, and you too. Thanks for bringing it by. Can I trouble you for another favor? We're way behind schedule, and this jade shipment is the last we need to finish the great statue. I've got my hands full, so could you run this over to the other foremen? Historian Din, Surveyor Sawa, and Kite Master Shoku can all be found around the base of the statue. Taskmaster Emi is directing production at the top of the statue. We're on a deadline, so make sure you do it fast. Time's a-wasting!
There is no hurry.
Ooh. Alright. Sorry. Oh.
Patience, patience. Stay focused.
Wonderful. Just look at it. 100 years to produce this incredible monument for the Jade Serpent. And now you two have contributed to this masterpiece.
Tell me of your travels.
I've got your jade right here.
May the mists protect you.
Oh, and just look at this luster. I do like jade. Jade is like probably one of my favorite materials. Like more than I'd say more than gold and silver and all that. Yeah. Cuz I'm actually my skin is my skin is allergic to silver, so and copper. Like whenever something rusts or has a possibility of rusting, it just fucks up with my skin and creates like super itchy and gross, gross rashes. So I've kind of sworn off of silver and well copper once in a while. But yeah, like I don't react to gold because it's a more pure material. But even so, like I don't really wear jewelry anymore. I used to, and then I started judo when I was younger, like in my teens, and or started up back up again. Cause I did judo when I was a kid, like around 6 years old. My mother was a judoka already, so she kind of pushed her daughters into judo, and not at her place, but a place close to home, so that we could practice like with our other activities, so we wouldn't be late to our other activities and whatever. And then something happened. We stopped going. I think. Oh yeah, it's because basically like the place that we went to was really big into competition. So basically, our sensei would graduate us to a higher level. So for example, if you were like I was a white belt all throughout my time with this sensei. So he would graduate you one not Dan, what's it called? One stripe. So he would graduate you one stripe every time you went to a competition. Whether you lost or won, like if you won, obviously he would possibly give you two stripes instead of one. But if you at least participated, he would give you a stripe. Now, in theory, it's not bad to make people participate in fun activities and competitions and whatever. Me personally, I've never been a competitive, like, I don't PvP, for example. I'm much more about the teamwork. So, practicing and having fun and learning, that's what I was always into. But my sensei at that place, he would basically just advance us only if we went to a competition, regardless of if we won. And me, I got sick of it. I only got to like white yellow. So basically I was between white and yellow. I had almost graduated to yellow. But I was like, yeah, white yellow, one dan or something like that. Anyways, and then like years later, so maybe age 12, something, age 11, 12, something like that. Then I started up again, but at my mom's place, and that place was like, I think it was the first, place, the first judo place in Montreal, or at least like a offshoot of the first place in Montreal. So like a bunch of the earlier founders of the first, what's it called? I forget. Um, Anyways, an offshoot of the first organization of judo in Montreal, called Sidokon. And um, yeah, so I started at that place, which was my mom's, and or where she practiced as well. And she would, so basically, we would go there on Saturday mornings, and she would come over as well and help. Obviously, she would drive us, but at the same time, she would like, gear up and help the senseis. So she was sort of a senpai. But in any case, like I graduated way more quickly at that place than at the other one before. And it was all like, they were big on competition as well. Like they would almost pressure you into going to competitions, but they didn't really care. Like they didn't make you go so you could graduate levels. And so I actually got to brown belt, which is right before black. I just didn't go for my black belt, just because I think I was in college at that point, and it really demanded a lot of time, and it demanded a lot of practice. Like they actually asked me to go like twice to three times a week to go ahead and keep practicing my not newaza. What's it called? Oh shit, I forgot. My kata. There you go. They would pressure me into going like twice to three times a week to practice my kata. The weekdays that I would go, it was much more about like fighting and shit like that. And I was like, okay, where the fuck am I practicing my kata here? I wasn't, and so like basically, I sort of kind of gave up on judo because I wasn't interested in spending a lot of time um, at the on the tatamis. Uh, I've always been much more about like when I did judo, I was much more about like learning the technique and just doing it for fun. I was never really going for it for like for the black belt or for the dans after the black belt and whatever. Like I wasn't in it for the glory of getting the black belt. It would have been fun for sure, but I just didn't it didn't interest me. And that was right around the same time that I gave up ballet as well. So ever since I was a kid, I did judo, I did gymnastics, and I did ballet. I gave up gymnastics like in my teens because it was starting to hurt my back and, well, body issues as well. Ballet, I should have quit. I would have quit because of body issues as well, but because, I'm chunky. I'm chunky for a ballerina. Like I was really good at technique as well, though. Like just the same as judo. I was really good at technique. I was really good at points. My teacher in ballet, my ballet teacher, she was really like kind of pressuring me to keep to keep doing the same fucking thing. What's it called? La mort du cygne. So the swan death. I don't know if you know it, but it's like it's like a super dramatic, very very dramatic, and it's at my dance school. That dance, the Swan Death, is meant as like the end all be all of your dancing career at that place. So my ballet teacher, she would like pressure me to keep doing the same freaking dance over and over every year, and never change the never change the look, never change the feel, and never change the dance. Like she never wanted me to do like something different. Like for sure she wanted me to do something different, but like different dances in the shows, but she always wanted to include that one. And it's like, okay, truthfully, yes, it's demanding. Like it requires a lot of stamina because you're on your point toes from beginning to end. But the thing is, it's not that hard because you're basically just walking across the stage. You're just walking on your tippy toes and like going around and going back around. So you're doing like a Z shape across the stage and you're just walking. You're just walking and you're like undulating your arms like this. Right? So it's not that demanding at all. But my teacher was like, oh my God. But yes, it is demanding because you need to have the strength in your feet, for sure. And you need to have the right, the right, what's it called? Uh, your legs need to not be like this, right? They need to be like open so it looks prettier, and you can't like fucking you can't plie your feet. You have to like walk in a graceful manner. You have to undulate in a graceful manner. You can't just go like right? So, yes, it's demanding in the sense that you have to have technique and you have to know what you're doing and you have to know how to walk properly in those fucking tippy toes shoes. But like dance wise, it's not that demanding. So that's not why I gave up ballet, but the reason why I gave up ballet was because my teacher was pressuring me to keep doing the same fucking dance every year, and because she was pressuring me to teach. So at the same time that I was having issues with the judo place, they wanted me to go twice to three times a week to practice my katas, which are katas are like what's it called? It's like a routine. So first you have um fuck, I forgot. But like there's an arm, there's a newaza, there's a tewaza, there's a koshiwaza. So it's like um basically techniques, arm techniques, right? So like judo is throwing, right? You're throwing in judo. You're throwing and rolling and whatever. So Tewaza is arm techniques, so like like techniques that use your arms to throw people, and then you have techniques that use your hips to throw people, and then you have techniques that use your feet to throw people, blah blah blah. So katas are basically routines that use certain body parts. So you would have like the Tewaza kata, right? So the waza means technique. So te means arm, waza technique, kata routine basically. So you would have like a tewaza kata, you would have a koshiwaza kata. Koshi means hip. Koshiwaza kata. You would have blah blah blah. So but for your first black belt, because there's different levels, right? There's different dans. So for your first black belt, for your black belt, you would go for three katas, and I had been practicing the katas for 3 years. That's not the issue. The issue was after 3 years, they wanted me to keep like coming more often to practice. So at the same time that I had, the judo place asking me to spend more time there, I had my my ballet teacher that was pressuring me to teach and spend more time with her. Um, and then I had school, college was starting to get demanding. And then after that, I went to university, even more demanding. So I gave up. I gave up both because I was like, "Fuck you all! You're demanding way too much time." And at that time, I started writing, so yeah, I started spending way more time in my head than um than doing sports, which is bad, but at the same time, calming for me. Anyways, story time over.
Hello.
I've got a jade
Next
delivery
one
for
is on me.
you. And last delivery. Deliveroo. Is that a gong?
Tell me of your travels.
Lovely, beautiful. If you have time, you should also visit the East Temple. You may gain further insight into our great statue and its importance to our way of life. I like that statue.
Greetings, wanderer.
Singing cricket medallion. That's cute. Whatever. You've done us a huge favor here, traveler. Now that we have enough jade to complete the statue, we should send word of our progress to Yulon, the jade serpent. When you arrive, speak to Elder Sage Winyi outside the entrance to the temple of the jade serpent. If you wish to speed your journey, speak to Kite Master Shogu. I'm sure he can spare an extra kite for you.
Jade serpent guide you. Hello. May the mists protect you.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. That is a very pretty, like, I fucking love the art style here. Let me just try to do something. Hang on. Is there a way to make the action bars disappear when you're out of combat? Hang on. Oh. Ah, yeah. So I want them to transparency levels. How's that? No? Uh. I don't get it. Yeah, well, I guess I can't do it
You are
for now.
most welcome.
Oh. Cutscene. I love it. It's beautiful, this art style. Oh.
You have the eyes of one who has
You bring
traveled
news from the
much.
serpent's heart? Thank you for coming all this way, stranger. However, I cannot allow you to speak to the Jade Serpent right now. The Ancient One is very busy, and as you can see, is not here at the moment. Since you were so helpful at the mines, would you be willing to help us with a small problem here at the temple? Wise Mary has been complaining recently of a disturbance in his temple. The water elementals have gotten quite playful recently and made off with his ceremonial staff. If you could help him, I would be most grateful. I may even put in a word with the Jade Serpent for you. Just follow the path to the north.
Slow down. Life is
Lore
to
Walker
be
Stonestep is
savored.
in charge of the entire temple library. Lately, something has been troubling him and his work. With thousands of ancient tomes to be transcribed, can't afford to have him distracted. Would you follow the path south to the library and see what ails him?
May the red crane live forever.
Train your serpents well.
Isn't that the dungeon? Yeah, that is the dungeon. It doesn't hurt. The pools are clouded. I will need my staff to calm the spirits and speak to the water. I am but an old Jinyu, and those pesky water sprites were impossible to catch. Thank you, Beothul, for returning my staff to me. Please tell the Elder Sage Rainzu that I will begin my work at once.
What news?
85!
Stay safe.
Oh, it's 90, I get stuff.
Yes, I can hear you.
Moths have infested the library. Moths! Any librarian worth his letters knows that moths are the most dangerous threat to paper, second only to bookworms. As it turns out, my assistants are a useless bunch of insect-fearing cowards. Please, you must help me get rid of the moths immediately. The works of 1,000 Pandaren storytellers depends upon you. The worst possible thing has happened, Highmountain Tauren. We have bookworms. This is a critical situation. All bookworms in the library must be eradicated at once to prevent their spread. We must squash this problem. Literally. Please examine the infested books in the library and squash any bookworms that you find.
White tiger, guide your steps.
I know. Okay, no more books.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, wonderful. I'm so relieved that we managed to avert disaster. No, no, don't get too close, please. You still have some squashed bug bits on your shoes. Meh. You have helped us more than you can ever imagine, Beothul. I do not know what I would do if our precious scrolls were ever to be lost. Please return to the Elder Sage Rainzu and tell him that the library is in order.
Be careful.
Where are you from?
Oh, that's the mount
Smash these
questing.
bad guys.
What wisdom do you seek?
Wonderful. Knowing that the scryer has returned to his meditations has lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Lord Walker Stonestep is back to work? Remarkable. You were able to do what the last 4 priests I sent could not. I think my headache is disappearing.
Slow down. Life is to be
Pew.
Too far away.
Ah, they're with me. Great. I have to go inside. I like that bug where I get to have my little step there, even in my flight form. That's so cute. It's like, yes, well, I'm not a mage, but yes, I'm a druid. I'm a druid. See me. Oh, it's gone. Oh.
Tell me a story.
I tell you a story. You found them and brought them all back. They've really taken a liking to you. Thank you so much. Playful as your serpent licks itself. Nice. Yay, I saw the fireworks all the way from over here. Thank you so much, Beothul. You came to deliver a message to the Jade Serpent, right? I guess it's time you met her. Ooh. It's her. Yeah, okay. I knew it.
I apologize for the deception, but it was necessary. In thousands of years, we have never seen one of your kind. It was imperative that I first measure the bearing of your heart. Come ride with me, little one. There is something I wish you to see. The temple priests are too frightened to face the truth. I grow old, little one. My time on this world is nearly done. Do you see the great statue in the distance? The builders have toiled for many years, and it is nearly complete. A little more jade, the jade you helped to acquire, and it will be finished. With my last breath, I will transfer my life essence into the statue, and a new guardian will be born. Do not be saddened. The cycle is clear. It neither begins nor ends with me. Someday, you may also be called upon to defend all that is dear to you. When that day comes, seek all the light and wonder of this world and fight. We live together or we die together. All of Pandaria is connected. I grow weary. I must rest now. Goodbye, little one. I will see you soon enough.
See, that's shit like that I love about this game. The cutscenes and stuff and things like that.
What wisdom do you seek? Spirits bless your path.
Nice. Ooh, I need to log off soon. Have to do dishes and real life shit. Oops. Being killed. The damn Mogu hit us out of nowhere. Anyone they don't kill on sight is being dragged away into the woods. This is the only safe house, and it's all I can do to hold the door. What do you say, friend? Are you willing to stand up and fight for the weak? The people of this village are simple farmers, not fighters like you and I. Still, they are stubbornly defending their homes as best they can. Search the village for anyone still on their feet and tell them to rally here and blah blah blah. And honey spellies.
Tell me of your travels.
We've tended these orchards and made cider from their nectar for generations. In that time, we've learned a special trick for putting out fires in a pinch. The cider itself, when mixed with crushed ginger leaf and saliva, quickly becomes sticky and viscous, perfect for smothering flames. Please, while you're out there, try to get the flames under control. I've already mixed in the ginger leaf. Just swig and spit. They may not be weapon masters, but many of these farmers can wield a simple hoe or a rake as an extension of their own will. That mastery, coupled with the right motivation, could muster a force capable of standing against the Mogu. If you can bring back some tools from the orchard, I'll distribute them to anyone willing to fight.
Keep your eyes and heart open.
Alright, I need to find an inn. Probably at the Flight Master there. Yeah. Flight Master here. In? No in? These are beds. Why isn't this an inn? Fuck it. Let's go to Dawn's Blossom, I guess.
Goodbye.
Anyways. I guess this is it for tonight. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.